Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing condos in Thailand, and there's been a lot of talk recently because they've been talking about possibly allowing foreign land ownership in Thailand associated with investment of 40 million baht or more, so that's roughly the equivalent of $1 million US. And the question posed, I've been reading a lot of press on this, and there was even something out there, I don't even remember where it was, I just thought I'd make a video, I'm not going to quote it, I do apologize, it was out there in the ether and I just couldn't find it before making this video, but there was some talk that at one time the provisions of the Condominium Act, when they started allowing foreigners to own condos in freehold, that those provisions were controversial at that time in much the same way land is. I find that a bit hard to believe. I'd love to know in the comments if somebody knows of that, if somebody lived, this Condominium Act came about in the 90s, it was before my time. If any sort of, old-timers, folks that have been out here that long, can remember that, and remember if there was any controversy surrounding that. I find that a bit hard to believe. The big issue with respect to this land issue is, Thais take ownership of land in Thailand very seriously for a lot of different historical reasons, which I've gotten into in other videos. I won't be redundant in this video here. But yeah, condos are a different animal. And I think most folks here in Thailand have always understood that. It also does provide some real demand in that market that might not otherwise be, well, certainly wouldn't be there if foreigners couldn't own. It certainly wouldn't be there. So freehold title to foreign condos, I think, is a very different thing than freehold title to land. Clearly it is. It's fundamentally different. You own yes, you own real property, but you have sort of a joint and several, well, I shouldn't say joint and several, sort of tenancy in common with respect to the common areas. You sort of own an undivided piece of the overall compound, if you will. But long story short, it's different from land ownership. And I kind of tried looking it up, and I didn't see anything where it was greatly controversial at the time that they were promulgating legislation that would allow foreigners to own condos. I do see why it's controversial now with respect to the notion of owning land, and then that goes back a long ways. But long story short, I just don't see where that was controversial. I'm happy to stand corrected. If somebody, even anecdotally, has evidence that at the time this was a major controversy to allow foreigners to have freehold title to condos, I'd love to see it.